Hello, Ange Mac here. How have you been? It's spring, so I thought I'd pop in a little bit of colour and brightness just for you for spring. And now that it's spring, is it a good time to talk to you about shaking off those winter blues and blooming just like a spring flower? And one way you can do that is thinking about some personal goals. Have you ever set personal goals before? Goals that you could achieve? Over the years, I have set so many goals. I used to be a chronic New Year's resolutioner and set those New Year's resolutions, but they never seemed to stick, or I never seemed to be able to achieve them. And I've realised that some of the reasons why is that they weren't succinct, they weren't achievable, and they weren't time-bound. Putting a time on things seems to just help you be able to break it into chunks and actually see progress. So in the past, and you may have too, or think about some of the goals that you may have set and maybe why you didn't achieve them or get to where you wanted them to take you. I know I used to set goals that probably weren't authentic. They were what I thought others may have thought I should have had. Like, I should lose weight. I should apply for a job in management. I should get a hobby. And because they were just broad, they were shoulds, not I want to or I can, they never seem to go anywhere. So I've got some tips for you today. How about you have a go, now that it's spring, do a little bit of spring cleaning in you as well and set some goals about where you might like to be by the end of the year. It may be that you want to shake off a bit of those few winter kilos that you've added from all that yummy chocolate and comforting winter food. But don't just say you're going to look good for summer. Make it a little bit more real and say something like, by the end of the year, I am going to be 5 kilos lighter. Or by the end of the year, I'm going to. And what would those ... be? I'll give you a little bit of insight. I'm going to set myself a goal, and only you guys are going to know about it. How's that? Are you ready? Are you listening? Are you listening? My goal is around, I get frustrated with myself because there is so many great books and advice and inspirational writers out there. There's some great books out there, whether you use ebooks or whether you use books like me. I'm a bit of a book person still. And my frustration at the moment is that I tend to not make it a priority to read them. And so then by the end of the week, I start to build myself up about it. Oh, Ange, you've got all these books here, you've spent money on them, you haven't read them. I know that I am inspired by others' insights, and it helps me grow and expand my thinkings. And so why don't I make it a priority? So, my goal that I want to make, I'm making it here and now with you, okay? My goal is, by the end of the year, I will have read, what's a good one? Once a month would be 4. I could probably stretch that goal. By the end of the year, I will have read 6 inspirational books. Is that a good goal? I think it is. It's achievable. It's time-bound, it's end of the year. 6 isn't a big stretch. And so, okay, righto, let's just take this one step further. I am going to introduce to you the whiteboard. Yeah, I have a whiteboard. I've bought a whiteboard. And so if I start to think that through, what that goal looks like. So by the end of the year, I keep saying by the end of the year, because if I keep saying it, I'm visualizing it, I'm affirming it, I'm saying it out loud. So this is December up here, and this is spring. Spring, September. Are you still with me? You staying with me on this? See? September, spring, December. And so this is 6. So I've got some steps here. And so, yeah, so halfway is 3. And so by here is 1.5. And here is, what's that, 4.5. Yeah, I think I can do this. So what am I going to do in this first step to get me to this 6 books by December? Well, to start with, I'm going to have to start to set aside some time in the day. Not just say, better make sure I've got some time to read today. It is saying, okay, over lunch, Ange, grab your salad, grab your food, and go and find a quiet corner and read for half an hour. Set a time each day. So I've got to set a time to read. Start with, if half an hour is too much in a day, I might start to think, okay, Ange, just 10 minutes. Set a goal of 10 minutes, a mini goal of 10 minutes. I think that I can do that. And I think then over time, the 10 minutes will get to be half an hour. I may need to keep checking in. That's why you have all these little steps here. What time of the day is the best? Is it better that I have a morning coffee every morning? Maybe it's best that I use that first 10 minutes of the day to read my inspirational, mind-expanding books because I want to learn more. And I'm fresh at the start of the day. Or is it that lunchtime in that lull when you sort of had a big morning and you just need to check out, lose yourself in a book and come back in, and then it spurs you on for the afternoon? Or maybe it's ditching my reality shows of an evening and expanding my mind. No, see, that goal wouldn't work. I just know that would not work. So there you go. I have a bit of a pathway to my goal. Now the challenge is for you, what's your goals? How about you take just a little bit of time out at the start of spring, sit in that beautiful spring sun, grab a book, take some quiet time and just think about, what does the end of the year look like for you? Is there 1 or 2 goals that you can just write down, to affirm, to visualize, to say out loud, that you will have that sense of achievement and will step you forward to be blooming and growing? There's your challenge. There's your spring challenge. See how you go. And I'm going to check in and let you know how my goal's going. My first book is Daring Greatly by Brené Brown. I've got it. I've had it for a fortnight and I haven't opened it. It's opening today. This is Ange Mack, and if you need some help on any setting some goals, guiding your goals, creating an action plan, I'm here. Contact details will be in my links, and I'm happy to book in some coaching sessions one-on-one with you. Have a fab week. Happy springtime.